fringe benefits to being a real estate investor. One of my favorite parts of being a real estate investor is the stuff that you get in the houses that when people leave stuff behind in the houses, because it's just junk to them, right? Maybe they inherited a house or whatever it was, they didn't want to clean it out. So I go through there, get a lot of stuff, and you'll get a lot of just random junk, right? Pots, pans, books, whatever. But what I really like getting is the vehicles. I've got trucks with plows on the front. I've got a bug, like a VW bug. One of the most interesting things I got, actually I negotiated it with the deal, was a motorcycle. So I was walking around with the seller and I saw this motorcycle in a shed and I could see it had a custom paint job on it, but it had a bunch of dust over it and it was dark in there, but we were walking through and I asked the seller about it. He told me it was this motorcycle with this custom paint job and I just kind of glanced over it. Then we went back into the house to negotiate. So while I was negotiating that property, I threw that in as kind of a red herring. It was something I wasn't really interested in, but I said, hey, you know what? I could do that price if you get me the motorcycle too. I want the motorcycle in the garage. He actually said, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that with the motorcycle. So we threw in the motorcycle. I didn't really care about the motorcycle, but I got it nonetheless. And my inside sales manager, Luke, he was looking for another motorcycle. So I said, hey man, there's this really cool custom motorcycle that's in the shed of this house. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna give it to you as a bonus with this house. And he was all jacked about it. Trailer. He had to pump up the tires because they were flat. He had to put a battery in it. It's a total pain for him to pick it up. And then when the motorcycle finally came out into the light and he dusted it all off, it was the funniest custom paint job you've ever seen in your life. So I had these weird dragons that looked like Mario's King Koopa dragons, and it was just this funky motorcycle.
Well, you mentioned that you hadn't seen the paint job in the shed because it was all dark. You just knew that it had some fancy job. And then I got it, I was like, oh, dude, it's kind of cheesy.
I busted up laughing. My stomach hurt and I was crying. I was laughing so hard. Hilarious. I love that bike. It says Black Magic on the back, but I deemed it Wizards and Dreams. Lucas threatened to paint that bike so many times, but I keep telling him, I said, you cannot paint that bike. It is pure comedy to me when I see that. Him rolling around with his full sleeve tats, kind of looking like a tough guy on this bike that is just not.
I got the skull and crossbones to go with the skulls of the bike here.
Nobody's gonna mess with that.
Yeah. And then they meet me and they'll be like, oh.